Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for graduates of the Faculties of Asian and International Studies and Science and Technology. In a few moments, the graduation ceremony will commence. The procession of staff will enter first. After a brief pause, the university fanfares will announce the entry of the dais party. I will signal to you that you are to rise and remain standing until both the staff procession and the dais party are seated. Please do not stand until I ask you to do so. May I also remind you that flash photography is prohibited in this auditorium. For the mutual comfort and enjoyment of all members of the audience, the university requests your cooperation in observing this rule.
Professor Broer Soon Rosell, Professor Roy Webb, colleagues from Griffith University, graduands, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's customary for the university and its guests to gather as a body for the purpose of conferring academic awards on its graduates. A graduation ceremony is one of the most special events in the academic year. On behalf of the Chancellor of Griffith University, Mr. Justice McCrossan, I warmly welcome you this afternoon. Thank you for joining us as we congratulate our graduands on their academic achievements and present to them the certificates which mark the completion of years of dedication to their studies. Today, I am pleased to extend a special welcome to our guest of honour, Professor Broer Soon Rosell, Scientific Director of Astra Pharmaceuticals. To honour Professor Rosell's distinguished contributions to pharmacology and physiology, Griffith University will bestow on him its honorary degree of Doctor of the University. We're delighted that Professor Rosell is able to join us this afternoon. We can look forward to his address later in the proceedings. During last year, 1996, we held a series of special events to celebrate Griffith University's 25th anniversary. The program of celebrations included the opening of the new Queensland Conservatorium building at Southbank, a highly successful constitutional debate, a special anniversary ceremony at Brisbane City Hall, and a most spectacular laser light show across the Brisbane River, which finally set fire to the city of Brisbane. So our anniversary year was memorable. It provided us with the opportunity to showcase Griffith's achievements over the past 25 years, to reflect on the vision of those who laid the foundations on which those achievements were built, and to recognise the contributions of those who have followed. This year, 1997, will be an equally important year in Griffith's history. The University Council recently approved a new academic structure for the university, and from 1 July this year, new faculties and schools will be established based on the four broad academic area of arts, business, health, and science. This new structure, which will emphasise cross-faculty and cross-campus teaching and research, will strengthen academic coherence across the university. Today, Griffith University is one of Australia's fastest growing universities, with more than 21,000 students across 5 campuses strategically located along the Brisbane Gold Coast corridor. Government statistics indicate that in 1998, the university will be 8th largest of the 37 public universities in Australia in terms of funded student load. Since its establishment in 1971, Griffith has maintained a commitment to innovation. It has become widely recognised as a leader in the introduction of courses which equip our graduates with the prerequisite skills and knowledge to function effectively in a rapidly changing world. Griffith pioneered university teaching in areas as diverse as Asian studies, international business, and environmental studies. Our perception of the relevance of these disciplines to national and international agendas has been validated, with most other Australian universities now teaching in these academic areas. The university's 6th campus is currently under construction at Logan and will admit students in 1998. This campus illustrates Griffith's commitment to providing the best education opportunities for its community. The university has engaged in substantial community consultation in the planning of courses which will meet the dominant regional demand patterns. Subject areas have been developed and care taken to ensure that courses are of international standard and significance, with particular focus on areas where major growth in industry and commerce in the region is anticipated. This afternoon, we will present certificates to graduating students from the School of Modern Asian Studies in the Faculty of Asian and International Studies and the Faculty of Science and Technology. Both faculties exemplify Griffith University's commitment to quality, and both have recorded significant achievements over the past year. The Faculty of Science and Technology has positioned itself as a leading provider of innovative courses which have a strong career focus. Of significance is the increased demand for places in undergraduate science and engineering courses, a demand which is against national trends. A Bachelor of Science in Food Science and a combined Bachelor of Engineering, Bachelor of Science degree were introduced in 1997. Together with the Faculty of Nursing and Health Sciences at the university's Gold Coast campus, the Faculty of Science and Technology is also a joint host for the Bachelor of Biomedical Science. Planning has commenced for the delivery of a Bachelor of Science and Bachelor of Communication Technology in Internet Computing at the Logan campus. 18 first-year students enrolled in the Bachelor of Multimedia produced the audio and visual display at the gala presentation evening of the Queensland Information and Technology Awards, held in Brisbane late last year. The students received accolades for the presentation, which included visual animation, voiceovers and music composed by a member of the student production team. The Faculty of Science and Technology received research grants totalling more than $4.5 million in 1996. The research profile of the faculty will be further enhanced following the recent completion of extensions and refurbishment to faculty laboratories. New LASER laboratories have been equipped with the most advanced technology in this country and provide world-class facilities for research into atom physics and molecular dynamics. The university's supercomputer, which provides mainframe support for both university-wide administration and research high-performance computing laboratories, has been installed in the building. The new biomedical processing laboratories and storage facilities permit on-site extraction of enzyme for research purposes. Changing now to the School of Modern Asian Studies in the Faculty of Asian and International Studies. This school also has a national and international reputation for excellence in its field. During 1996, the Key Centre for Asian Languages and Studies concluded its 9-year contract funded by the Australian Research Council for the development of research and teaching in Asian languages and studies in Australia. Griffith's principal contribution to the work of the National Centre was in the area of curriculum development and Korean studies. The Faculty of Asian and International Studies continues its work in the area of Korean studies through the establishment last year of the Australian Centre for Korean Studies. The Centre hosted its inaugural conference, Australia-Korean Economic Relations in the 21st Century, Bilateral Links and Multilateral Leverage, in September last year, and will be a joint host at an international conference to be held at Chung-An University in Seoul this month. A Bachelor of Arts degree in Japanese Studies was introduced in 1997, together with new majors in Thai languages and Thai studies in the Bachelor of Arts in Modern Asian Studies. International links have been strengthened with the signing of exchange agreements with several leading universities in Korea and Thailand. The Faculties Centre for the Study of Australia-Asia Relations won the Australian Marketing Institute Student Award for Marketing Excellence in Queensland in 1996 and was runner-up in the category Excellence in Export Support in the prestigious Premier of Queensland's Award for Export Achievement. Let me leave the faculties for the moment and let me return to the focus of our gathering this afternoon. We've gathered to give rightful recognition to our students who have completed their studies and will shortly receive their awards. All these students have demonstrated a command of the knowledge and skills necessary for their chosen field of endeavour, as well as a willingness to persist with the discipline needed for high achievement in any field. Together, these qualities provide an excellent foundation for establishing a successful career. As we continue with today's proceedings, I again express warm congratulations to our graduands and wish each of them every success in the future. I now call on Professor Dennis Lincoln, Deputy Vice-Chancellor Research, to introduce the Deans who will present graduates from their respective faculties who are to receive their awards at this ceremony.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, Associate Professor William Shepherd, Dean of the Faculty of Asian and International Studies.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Arts in Modern Asian Studies. Bonnie Assman. Yves Benim. Paul Blake. Michelle Cartney. Tony Chamberlain. David Clark. Robert Clark. Brett Coomber. Letitia Davidson. Marissa Davies. Denham. Elizabeth Donovan. Hilary Dyer. Wendy Fishlock. Lachlan Fryer. Kirsten Fife. Jocasta Gottlieb. Kate Grayson. Carla Grieve. Kylie Harrison. Stephen Irvine. Song Ives. Sue Jong. Ok Ju Kim. Duncan McCaig. Billy Joe McGregor. Kelly McLean. Hayden Mount. Diane O'Brien. Kiyo Ono. Mark Owen. Michelle Panton. Joanne Pine. Kieran Purnell. Catherine Rice. Naoki Seki. Blair Steele. Ayana Suzuki. Howard Tebble. Hitomi Umakoshi. Michelle Yang. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Chinese Language. Julianne Nichols. Novita Pretino. Lynn Russell. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Japanese Language, Kirsty Fisher. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Korean Language, Brett Coulthard. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Vietnamese Language, Teresa Toy. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Arts in International Studies, John Adcock. Dennis Budds. Dean Collison. Christopher Grulich. Harun Harun. Jill Irish. Nilia Iskandar. Vincent Ladner. Gerard Perignon. Andrew Shields. Anna Arbina. Akiko Yamada. Michael Zacek. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts and Fine Art taken at the Queensland College of Art, Suzanne Kahn. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Visual Arts in Illustration taken at the Queensland College of Art, Jared Donovan. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of the graduates of the Faculty of Asian and International Studies and the Queensland College of Art.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, Professor William McGillivray, Dean of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science. Loretta Allen. Kelly Bloomfield. Kate Burrows-Chekwo. Robert Duncan. Lucas Edwards. Brian Joy. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the next graduate has also been granted the 1996 Biomedical Science Medal, Christian Learmont. Shane Luland. Nusrat Mercer. Siobhan Queenan. Kate Quinn. Jenny Sear. Amanda Spargo. Lisa Swan. Kelly Young. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science with First Class Honours. Christine Gokul. Rebecca Horn. Sarah Kruger. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Biomedical Science with Second Class Honours Division A, Jonathan Hall. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Engineering in Microelectronic Engineering, Anthony Kennedy. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering with First Class Honours in Microelectronic Engineering, Mark Hitchings. Kai Mura. Ian Mikichi. Charles North. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering with Second Class Honours Division A in Microelectronic Engineering. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the next graduate has also been granted the 1996 Microelectronic Engineering Medal, Gregory Dunn. Stuart Galt. Andrew Hargraves. Steve Hill. Stuart Martin. Zavan O'Sullivan. Natalie Rantel. Jason Ring. William Waterson. Paul Yao. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Engineering with Second Class Honours Division B in Microelectronic Engineering. Rebecca Cancilia. Stephen Chamberlain. Justin Claydon. Glenn Grice. Jimmy Shea. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Information Technology. Sandro Alberti. Jason Arthur. Renee Atkinson. Cameron Bartholomew. Giscard Brayon. Sarah Bridge. Monica Bau. Cameron Caesar. Vanessa Cambronero. Margaret Carey. Colin Chan. Daniel Chi. Yin Yi Chi. Chin Chong. Sally Chu. Leah Constantino. Justin Cotton. Mark Court. Nigel Cushing. Nancy Dang. Kingsley Dyke. Andrea Edser. Damon Feely. Glenn Ferguson. Robert Gillespie. Michael Gonzalez. Patrick Halloran. Jocelyn Han Nam. Ben Hislop. Kevin Hobbs. David Hogarth. Peijan Hia. William Su. Hong Hao Hu. Dion Hutchings. Ian Jones. Andrew Cherokee. Andrew Keegan. Simon Kurt. Jason King. Maria Kuvidis. Brett Larkin. Mark Ledgerwood. Tony Lee. Harry Leong. Chunhua Lee. Christopher Liddell. Simon McCormick. Chris McIntosh. Tim Marta. Damien McMorrow. Sandra Meadows. Colin Morris. Chin Nguyen. T. Nguyen. Justin O'Toole. Tharma Patmanathan. Lorna Peel. Timothy Place. Acting Deputy Chancellor, The next graduate has also been granted the 1996 Information Technology Medal, David Preston. Mark Quitch. Karuna Raningya. Armando Seraphim. Giuliano Silvestro. Salvo Spina. Jorgen Symes. Lawrence Tam. Gabrielle Tang. David Taylor. Nick Tidy. Ben Tooth. Stephen Tukavkin. Adrian Tynan. Michelle Watson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Bachelor of Information Technology with First Class Honours, Craig Little. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science, Daniel Ahern. Michelle Atkinson. In Rachel Chen. Tunde Feldisi. Bridget Finn. Jackson Gerard. David Good. Gabriella Goras. Bruce Heselwood. Margaret Hodgson. Nam Lee. Ingrid Lester. Kay McIntosh. Philip Mortimer. Anne Margaret Parisi. Fan Pham. Damien Rickards. Danny Rocket. Urban Rowan. Robert Sirek. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the next graduate has also been granted the 1996 Science Medal, Catherine Titteridge. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with First Class Honours. Matt Daniel. Rachel De Las Harris. David Hawkes. Matthew Haynes. Robert Eustace. Ailsa McManus. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Second Class Honours Division A. Teresa Cogley. Roshni Sharma. Lynette Swanson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Advanced Studies. Peter Bain. Matthew Crampton. Jason Ma. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science with Aviation. Shane Carr. Mark Nada. Natasha Perry. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Bachelor of Science in Biotechnology. Peter Ann Kerr. Ruth Oswald. Jason Ryan. Rod Saunders. Heather Tate. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Bachelor of Science with Media, Deborah Cumming. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Bachelor of Technology with Aviation, Gary Best. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Clinical Biochemistry. Scott Briscoe. Murray James. Robert Lorinchevich. Amy Sun. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who has been granted the Graduate Diploma of Clinical Physiology, Alison Connolly. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Graduate Diploma of Forensic Science, Yolanda Archibald. Paul Battle. Marianne Hadfield. Lenore Hadley. Wendy Hederman. Kylie Murphy. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Science in Forensic Science. Teresa Brennan. Michael Holohan. Darren Pobar. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present a graduate who's been granted the Master of Science in Genetic Counselling, Philip Huggard. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present graduates who have been granted the Master of Technology Management, Richard Baker. Katrina Bills. Alan Burgess. Colin Chandler. Helen Cooper. Michael Cunningham. Vora Suang Doang Chinda. Kim Ziedrich. Anne Gooley. Terry Hoppett. Stephen Hunya. Polly Lau. Dallas Nichol. David Richardson. Gillian Rowe. Warren Stone. Malcolm Thompson. Patrick Walker. Karen Williams. Peter Wilson. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Chair, Academic Committee, Professor George Kearney, will now present candidates for the award of the University Medal. This will be followed by the presentation of graduates who have been granted the degrees of Master of Philosophy and Doctor of Philosophy.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the University Medal may be awarded to a graduate who has completed the requirements for both a bachelor's degree of the university and a degree with honours in recognition of academic excellence. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I'm pleased to present two graduates of the Faculty of Science and Technology who have been granted the 1996 University Medal: Matthew Leonard Daniel Ailsa Margaret McManus, Acting Deputy Chancellor, this afternoon the University is proud to honour two graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree of Master of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the title of Thomas Keith Smith's thesis is Studies on the Formation and Surface Reactions of Aluminium Hydroxides Found in Bauxite. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Thomas Keith Smith. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the title of Paul Martin Yates' thesis is Spatial and Temporal Data in Relational Databases with Abstract Data Types. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Paul Martin Yates. This afternoon, the University is proud to honour its Doctor of Philosophy graduates who have satisfied the rigorous criteria for the award of the degree. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the following graduates have been granted the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Asian and International Studies. Dr. Bishop's thesis examines the policies of the South Korean government towards foreign investment under 4 presidents between early 1960 and the present, Presidents Park, Chun, Roh and Kim. The primary purpose of the thesis is to explain the slow process of reform from a highly interventionist set of policies controlling foreign investment to a greater reliance on the market mechanism. The central argument is that serious reform only became possible when changing political circumstances triggered shifts in the bureaucracy, Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Bernard Gerard Bishop. Dr. Shao develops a theoretical framework for describing and investigating translation proficiency, whether in everyday communication or more complex areas such as law. The focus is on translation between English and Chinese. Methodologically, it breaks new ground in using a qualitative empirical approach based on interviews and textual analysis. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Deborah Honey Chow. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Dr. O'Brien argues that the settlement of the Cambodian conflict would not have been possible without the end of the Cold War, improved relations between Vietnam and China, and improved cooperation within the United Nations Security Council. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Philip George O'Brien. Dr. Su demonstrated that the Guangxi clique's goals during the 1930s were to reconstruct the Guangxi region to contribute to the nation building and the mobilisation of the Chinese masses for resistance against Japan. He shows that the Guangxi clique did struggle to achieve power sharing with other groups within the governing Nationalist Party, and that this greatly contributed to that party's internal political unity. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Min Xian Su. Acting Deputy Chancellor, the following graduates have taken the degree of Doctor of Philosophy taken in the Faculty of Science and Technology. Dr. Brown has investigated the electroplating of copper from acid sulphate solutions using surface-enhanced Raman shattering, electrochemical and electron microscope techniques. His research has identified for the first time the chemical basis of the activity of electroplating additives at the molecular level. In addition, Dr. Brown was able to identify an image plating inclusions comprising of 200 additive molecules. His results are relevant for the production of copper, gold and other metals of importance to the Australian economy. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Glenn Michael Brown. The protein phosphatases are critical for the control of intercellular events in mammalian cells. Dr. Gonzalez has cloned the catalytic subunit of one of these important enzymes and performed detailed studies on the expressed product. These have potential for use for the investigation of ligand binding and the design of novel inhibitors. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Noreen Rivermonte Gonzalez. Dr. Griffith Brown investigated the development of the space industry in the Asia-Pacific region, especially in China and Japan. She found the relationship between technology and power to differ from the pattern in the West. Political power is increasingly based on economic competitiveness, which arises from technological capability. Thus, political influence in the region depends on access to critical technologies rather than conventional military strength. The thesis has profound implications for Australia's trade relations with the region. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Charla Crystal Giffey-Brown. Sensitive spectroscopic methods for structural determination, for measuring molecular properties, or for analytical purposes remain a challenging goal for many types of chemical compounds. Dr. Holdsworth has developed a novel laser-based technology involving supersonic expansion for detecting weakly absorbing non-fluorescent species and for measuring the gas phase spectra of non-volatile species via laser dispersion directly from liquid streams. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present John Lionel Holdsworth. In designing a digital or sample data control system, important system characteristics such as stability, robustness and suitability, which are closely related to the sampling rate chosen, need to be carefully examined before a design is undertaken and implemented. Dr. Hsu has investigated these characteristics and derived theories for practical use to achieve a better system performance. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Chen Chien James Hsu. The certain of certain bacteria in raw milk, in which they can grow at refrigeration temperatures, brings about spoilage, primarily by the degradation of fats. Dr. Johnson has used molecular genetic techniques to study the enzyme which is responsible for the fat degradation. This has led to a sensitive and a rapid genetic method for the detection of the enzyme-producing bacteria in raw milk. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Lorena Ann Johnson. Allylic sulfinic acids were postulated to be temporary intermediaries in a number of useful chemical reactions. Because of their inherent instability, however, they had not previously been observed directly. Dr. King, for the first time, prepared and characterised these unstable compounds. Using the same novel methodology, he has been able to synthesise other, hitherto unknown chemical species of this type, which undergo unusual and potentially important chemical transformations. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Malcolm David King. Dr. Petlin's thesis investigates the empowering and quality improving effects of computer writing by students in universities and employees in the workplace. It presents a complex analysis of the relevant power-knowledge relationships involved using empirical, interpretive and critical paradigms. It offers a holistic understanding of the problem, and it describes how this understanding may be interpreted for strategic pedagogical purposes. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Rosalind Margaret Petlin. A central question in molecular genetics is how the activity of genes is regulated. Dr. Scott has used a novel regulatory system to demonstrate that two proteins which interact with the DNA in such a way as to regulate expression in a unique codependent manner. He further demonstrated that both control gene activity by direct interaction with the enzyme that transcribes the gene. Dr. Scott's work has provided new insights into gene regulatory mechanisms and their molecular evolution. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Sean Patrick Scott. Silicon dioxide, the nature oxide of silicon, has played a pivotal role in the dominance of silicon as a material in the integrated circuit technology. This dominance will continue into the near future if a better understanding of the silicon dioxide interface is gained. Dr. Tanner has provided a significant advancement to the knowledge of this interface through his contribution to the understanding of the interface and his unique technique for electrically profiling it. This is an extremely significant contribution to the advancement of silicon as the continued leading semiconductor material. Acting Deputy Chancellor, I present Dr. Philip George Tanner. Acting Deputy Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of Doctor of Philosophy graduates.
Ladies and gentlemen, there will now be a brief musical interlude performed by the Griffith University Collegiate Singers.
With the authority of the Council, I shall now confer the degree of Doctor of the University. I call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roy Webb, to make the presentation.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, the Council of the University has resolved to award the degree of Doctor of the University to Professor Suna Rosell. Suna Rosell was born on 15 January 1932 in Stora Tuna in Sweden. He studied at the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm during the 1950s and graduated from that institution with an MD and a PhD in 1962. He later completed postdoctoral studies as a research fellow in Dr. Julius Axelrod's laboratory at the National Institute of Mental Health, Bethesda, in the United States. Suna Rosell's long and distinguished teaching career began in 1964 when he joined the Karolinska Institute as a reader in pharmacology. Over the next 18 years, he occupied a number of senior positions, including Associate Professor of Pharmacology in both the dental and medical faculties, culminating in his appointment as Professor and Head of the Department of Pharmacology. Between 1965 and 1985, his supervision contributed to the graduation of 18 MD or PhD thesis students. In 1983, Professor Rosell was appointed Research Director of Astra Pharmaceuticals, one of the most respected research-based pharmaceutical companies in the world. Since his appointment as the company's Scientific Director in 1991, he has been responsible for establishing special ventures with organisations outside the Astra Group and for the scientific evaluation of all preclinical projects in Astra. This work involves research into the development of new therapeutic drugs in areas such as cardiovascular, respiratory, gastrointestinal and autoimmune diseases, pain treatment, bacterial and parasitic infection, and neurodegenerative and mental diseases. As Scientific Director, Professor Rosell has played a key role in establishing the joint Griffith University Astra Pharmaceuticals Natural Product Drug Discovery Project. This project, employing 35 staff and with a budget of over $16 million, allows the university to develop expertise in an area of national importance. During his career as a scientist, Professor Rosell has been instrumental in shaping key research initiatives and advancements. His expertise and leadership have been evident on a large number of scientific and government bodies since 1965. He served on the International Nobel Symposium on Substance P in 1976, the Government Expert Committee on Drug Information from 1977 to 1978, and the Swedish Medical Research Council from 1986 to 1992. More recently, has been a member of the board of the Wenner-Gren Centre Foundation for Scientific Research since 1987, Karolinska Institute 1988 to 1994, and the Karl Trieger Foundation since 1996. Over the last 20 years, Professor Rosell has rendered distinguished service to scholarship in the disciplines of pharmacology and physiology, publishing over 350 scientific papers in these areas. As Associate Editor of Pharmacological Reviews from 1978 to 1982, and as an editor of the British Journal of Pharmacology since 1986, he has made significant contributions to the evaluation and dissemination of scientific knowledge. Professor Rosell has received a number of prestigious honours in recognition of his outstanding achievements in scholarship and research. He was awarded the Avaranga Prize from the Swedish Medical Society in 1969, elected a corresponding member of the Swedish Dental Society in 1969, and elected a member of the Royal Swedish Academy of Engineering Sciences in 1985. Membership of other learned societies include, amongst others, the Swedish Medical Association, the American Society for Pharmacology and Experimental Therapeutics, and the Royal Society of Medicine, London. It is especially fitting that the Council of Griffith University should honour Professor Suna Rezel in recognition of his distinguished service to science, education and the community. Acting Deputy Chancellor, it is with great pleasure that I present to you Professor Suna Rezel for admission to the degree of Doctor of the University.
Doctor of the University, to deliver the occasional address. Acting Deputy Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, graduates, ladies and gentlemen, after years of hard work that now has come to an end, this afternoon we celebrate graduations. This gives genuine cause for celebration. From now on, learning will continue, but in other forms, and your professional career will come into focus. At Griffith University, you have been studying various topics related to international studies and technology. But in addition, you will have experienced the scientific way of perceiving reality. Until the rise of modern society and modern science, a belief in magic ways was rational, mainstream common sense. Not so any longer. After Galileo and Newton, such magic is, or should be, demoted to the fakery of stage conjuring. Most of us are struck by the stunning progress being made in science and engineering. New phenomena discovered, new materials synthesized, and new methods developed. I myself have had an interesting experience here at Griffith University with the project on natural products from rainforest and barrier reef in Queensland. This is a joint project of Astra, a Swedish pharmaceutical company, and the Queensland Pharmaceutical Research Institute here at Griffith University, QPRI. With the help of new technology developed at QPRI, we have been found an astonishing number of new natural products that will be used as building blocks for making new medicines to heal human diseases. There appears to be an enormous number of biological active substances out there in nature. It's simply a question of finding them. Formerly, the major bottleneck in the pharmaceutical industry was the lack of biologically active substances. Until recently, researchers had difficulties in finding a substance as a basis for developing new drugs. But nature seems to have developed an almost unlimited number of biologically active substances during hundreds of millions of years since life was created on our planet. Now, with new technique, it is possible to pick up chemicals from fauna and flora with a desired property. We all know from countless examples that academic science have enabled society to make the most of new technologies. We wouldn't have today's advanced computer graphic systems
if mathematicians hadn't been able to solve problems related to surface geometrics. We wouldn't have networks capable of handling massive amounts of data if physicists and astronomers hadn't continuously formed tools to look more deeply into subatomic structures and the cosmos. We wouldn't have pharmaceuticals against HIV if scientists hadn't discovered the genetic code and identified the virus causing the disease. Surprisingly enough, in parallel with this increasing influence of science, recent decades have seen an astonishing upsurge of popular infatuation with fringe science and the paranormal. Newspapers in Europe and even television channels in some countries carry horoscopes. A recent US president and his wife were firm believers in the influence of stars on human events. Polls show that about half of all Americans believe in Satan, demons, extrasensory perception, precognition, and alien spacecraft invading our skies. These alternative ways of perceiving reality are not taught at Griffith University, I assume. Instead, as a graduate student, you will have experienced a scientific way of perceiving reality. But how do we explain stunning progress in science that drives economic growth and social gain, and the parallel upsurge of popular infatuation with fringe science and the paranormal? There must be many reasons for this. I suggest one aspect that may be of importance in this connection, and that is the risk and the ethical dilemmas of science, which may turn people to alternative ways. We all know worldwide concerns about risks, both objective and subjective, or ethical dilemmas related to science. Fear of nuclear energy is one well-known example. Another recent example is how scientists in Scotland have successfully cloned a lamb from cells of an adult sheep. Some days later, mass media were telling us that Australia leads in mass cloning that can create hundreds of identical cattle. This technology, developed by a Melbourne team, may even be used to recreate gelded champion race horses. The implications for humans are staggering. There is no a priori reason why humans should behave very differently from other mammals where cloning is possible. Tissues from an adult person could be used to make a new copy of himself or herself. Children would be born without a biological father or mother. Ethical and religious organizations have already voiced concern at the potential implications that this technology would lead to cloning of humans. Representatives of church organizations have said that there should be a moratorium on research and application of cloning techniques until ethical questions are satisfactorily resolved. An example of great concern about perceived risk is the ban in France to prohibit cultivation of transgenic corn. The modified corn contains various genes from bacteria, and some scientists believe that these genes could be taken up by other bacteria, which could eliminate the effectiveness of penicillin in humans. Other scientists say that the likelihood of such a gene transfer is vanishingly small. Most people who worry about these things have concluded that openness and participation by non-scientists and lay persons in the process of risk evaluation and ethics is essential. The involvement of interest groups ensures not only that all viewpoints have been heard, but also that a wider appreciation of the factors underlying the risks and their uncertainties has been gained. Such openness and participation, however, will not solve all problems, partly because the differences of principle amongst those involved. However, if we don't deal with these ethical issues, I'm afraid that science will experience a severe backlash. Fringe science and the paranormal will then gain even more as a means of perceiving reality. It is not uncommon to hear that if only people understood science, their perceptions of risks and ethical dilemmas in connection with new stunning technologies would be much improved. Lay people can understand science more readily than many scientists seem to credit. What is more critical is that we realize the consequences of science for society and examine the components, uncertainties, and perceptions of any particular new technology. This is a concern for every citizen. Your university has helped you to provide evidence on which conclusions are made, and therefore your scientific upbringing will help you to participate in improving public understanding of science and engineering. Having experienced the scientific way of perceiving reality, you will have an important role in society, apart from your contribution in your profession. Now, graduates, a new period of life will start with a career as an important ingredient. In my life, graduation was one of the most important milestones. It was an official stamp showing that I had succeeded in getting the education needed in order to realize my dreams. The future looked bright, with an almost unlimited choice of job opportunities. This was the situation in the 50s and has continued so during all my professional career. Now the situation is different. During the last 5 years, unemployment has grown to one of the most serious social problems. In my home country, open unemployment is now around 8%, and it's so in most of the European countries, and I understand it's the same situation here in Australia. For me and those in my generation with an academic education, unemployment has not been a realistic threat. Therefore, it is with some degree of hesitation that I venture to share with you my experience as some sort of useful guidance for young, newly graduate students. However, all seem to agree that education is the best insurance you may have. But today, it is not a guarantee that you get exactly the job you want. I think that it is important to be flexible, to take the opportunities there are. I went to medical school for about 6 years in order to become a physician. However, I only worked as a physician for about 2 years. After that, I became involved in academic research and also held various industrial positions. A good academic background opens up chances. Take them wherever they are. I wish you all good luck. And last but not least, I'm very proud of being honored by granting a doctorate of Griffith University. Thank you.
Acting Deputy Chancellor, it's my pleasure on behalf of us all this afternoon to thank Professor Russell for his address to us, particularly, of course, focusing on our graduates here this afternoon. Professor Russell has drawn attention to the remarkable project which the company with which he's for so long been associated is now pursuing with Griffith University through our Queensland Pharmaceutical Research Institute. And you've heard from Professor Russell his own estimation of how that work is going, describing, as he has done, the discovery of significant numbers of biologically active substances in relation to which further research is proceeding towards, we all hope, the development of significant and new drugs. We are, as he points out in that activity, reaping the harvest, as it were, of millions of years of evolution, which is perhaps a little bit quicker than exploring the options by other processes. He has then gone on to, and I expect we hoped he would, talk about the challenges facing us in society because of the development of biotechnology to the point of cloning. But I suppose you were sitting on the edge of your chair waiting for the answer from Professor Russell in relation to ethical issues and the big questions facing our society. But being a scientist, what he has mentioned is the importance of evidence, the importance of keeping an open mind, the importance, particularly in universities, of not allowing ourselves to be swayed by trend and fashion in these debates, but to continue the search for new evidence and for new knowledge. It is easy to forget this essential aspect of university work as we face contentious issues in our society, and I'm sure that message from such a distinguished and established and thoughtful scientist such as Professor Russell will live on in the memory of our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, would you join again in thanking Professor Russell for his address? May I add my congratulations to those already expressed this afternoon to our graduates, wishing them every success in their careers and hoping that they will join our Alumni Association and continue to support the university. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony is now concluded. When the fanfares begin, please rise and remain standing as the Deus Party, the staff procession and graduates retire.